What a time. You can wave as much as you like, but you have to go out there if you want.
La verità, grazie, grazie.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Asmai Shri Guruve Namaha Gurbhavista Supurakam Guru Ganai Rashisha Shambhushitam Chincha Chintya Samasta Veda Nipuna Shri Rupa Pantanugam Govinda Vidhamudvalam Varatanam Bhaktyanvitam Sundaram Bande Vishwa Guru Sadhya Bhagavat Premo Vijapadam Devam Divyatanam Sachandavadinam Balakachalam Tritam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyambutim Shri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Sarasvatanambaram Bande Tam Subhadam Madhakesharanam Nyashishwaram Sridharam Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Virito Gaurya Gurvanvaye Bhato Banariva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Mayavaditin Dilodarakatan Udritya Jivaniman Krishna Prema Sudabrigahan Sukam Pradatpadum Tanvane Namo Gora Krishna Bhaktavaduta Mutaye Gorangri Padma Brinda Radha Baba Nishevan Pande Bhakti Vinodanam Shri Gora Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shastra Yasam Rajam Radha Rasa Sudanitim Gora Braja Shita Sheshaya Vaishnaver Vandya Vigraham Jagannatha Prabhum Vande Premabhim Vriddha Vaishnavam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadha Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, dear devotees, we are all seated comfortably. Now we shall begin. Krishna 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 Krishna. Then tutti devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Welcome. Dandavat, Srilekha Didi, and Krishnarananda Prabhu, and all the devotees.
Jai Srilekha Devi Rasi and the deities. Oh, I can't see. Sri Gauranga Sundar, ask to unmute your microphone. Jai, Mahaprabhu's got his right hand up today. Very good. We're very happy. Sometimes left hand, sometimes right hand. Dancing Mahaprabhu. Jai. And Keshavananda Prabhu, looking healthy, wealthy, and wise. Jai. So Keshavananda Prabhu is present as part of the Salt Lake City devotee team. And Srilekha and maybe Indulekha.
Indulekha Didi.
Must be your daughter. She treats
She's
you
my
as her
daughter.
mother, and the last name is Lekha. So there we are. Hare Krishna.
Echo says he's coming.
No, I'm
Oh, okay. My
Okay.
dandavat to everyone. I'm so happy. I feel so happy to see all of you. I'm going to get emotional, as you know. It's really sweet to see everyone. My dandavat. I feel really blessed. Hare Krishna. And here's Srilekha, here's Srila Gurudev, and here's Srila Guru Maharaj sitting here with us.
Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Sundar
Alright.
Ji ki Jai. And Navadip Shri Guru Gauranga Govinda Sundar Ji ki Jai. Tutti devoti ki Jai, and our Dandavat. So something in Italian. Who has the microphone?
Yes, Srilekha Didi, it's lovely to have you with us. Long time. We missed you.
Too long, too long. Much too long.
Very Italian, yes.
Per chi non so, chi non conosce Srilekha, comunque, tutti conoscete Srilekha Didi, giusto? Alzate le mani, sì. Quindi felicissimi di avere Srilekha Didi qui con noi, che Keshavananda Prabhu, it's lovely to see you. Dandavat. C'era un topic?
Srilekha's,
Oh,
she's always got a flow.
yes, so
Nectar for
go
us.
with the flow, Srilekha Didi.
Uh-oh. Well,
And you see, we grown here. Have you seen? We so many.
what is it? So
Yeah,
many.
We have grown up. The family has grown up in number.
So many taking shelter in Villa Govinda, which is a real shelter. It's always, I really, without any exaggeration, I always think of Villa Govinda as my house.
Yeah.
And all the devotees there as my dearest family members. I'm emotional to see you all sitting there. And of course, Keshavananda Prabhu and all of you, oh my God. Raghunandan Prabhu and Navanchandra Prabhu. Everyone I'm seeing, oh my goodness, Banavi Didi. And
Yes,
it's
it
just
is your home.
Huh?
It is your home.
It's my home, yeah.
Yes,
I've been
totally.
a long way from home for a while. So,
ok, allora Srilekha... No, è caldo. Srilekha Didi dice che Villa Govinda è casa. Per lei è sempre Villa Govinda, pensa a Villa Govinda sempre come a casa di Gurudeva. Sentiamo adesso cosa ci racconterà. Lasciamo senza domande, uscirà nettare.
And
Maharaj, may
and
I
there was
ask?
famous Sindhu Prabhu also, who just joined from South Africa. Prabhu Dandavat, and very welcome. Jai.
Dandavat.
And yes, Harimati
Oh,
Devidasi, Vrindavan
And
Chandra,
Vrindavan Chandra, Dandavat.
and Banavi, Leela Shakti in
Banavi.
Brazil,
Dandavat to all.
and our
Suresh.
Nagarjuna here in Milan, India.
So
And
beautiful.
Srilekha Prabhu on Indita Devidasi.
Okay,
And
now
the-
we see
the
Harimati
team
face.
here.
No? Yes.
Jai. Yes, Srilekha Devidasi, we're passing the microphone over to you, and I shall be silent. I'll be only ears.
No, don't be silent, Mara. I'm just wondering if anyone would like to suggest a topic, or if they have some question, I mean, any kind of question, or anything that I should maybe try to say something about. Any question at all? I know that's a terrible question. It puts everybody in nervous.
Yes.
I've been-
Oh, well, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we have a question. So we need two translations. So you can.
Aha.
Okay,
Yes, Suresh
yes,
Krishna
please.
Prabhu can translate. Humbly asking if you can do that, Suresh Prabhu.
Vrindavan Chandra. Yeah, you go ahead.
Yes, oh, Vrindavan Chandra, yeah, he's live. Yeah.
Suresh.
Yes, Suresh, okay, we see,
Мои
yes.
поклоны всем, Дандаваты. Меня зовут Нирупама, Шрилekha. На самом деле это действительно ваш дом. Ежедневно мы ездим с Мадхуранандой, с детьми в школу. И Мадхурананда очень много рассказывает про ваши приезды сюда и очень много рассказывает конкретно про вас и вашу
Keep it
семью.
short. Oh, we can't hear. Then maybe Vrindavan Chandra, can you translate for us? We don't seem to.
Yes, Maharaj. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So Nirupama Didi is giving her obeisances to Srilekha Devidasi, and she confirmed that as he has heard from Madhurananda many times that about your pastimes in Villa Govinda ashram. So but every day they went to the school. Every day they go to the school, and every day Madhurananda tells some stories about you, like when you were in Villa Govinda.
У меня была возможность пообщаться с вашим сыном, с Даршаном Прабhu, задать вопросы со стороны сына, что благоприятно, что неблагоприятно, со стороны ребенка, воспитания в семье преданных.
And she has an opportunity to speak with your child, with Sudarshan Prabhu, and ask him about what is favorable from the position of a child, and what is favorable from the position of the parents, because Nirupama has 2 children.
Да, сейчас здесь я нахожусь с 2 детьми, 2 детей в ашраме, это всегда сложно, периодически у меня есть с этим проблемы. И мой вопрос к родителям, что благоприятно, что неблагоприятно по отношению к детям и к преданным воспитанию детей в ашраме, как сгармонизировать воспитание детей, как воспитать действительно хороших преданных.
So as I have said that she has 2 children, and now they are in Villa Govinda ashram too, and it's very sometimes it's very difficult and hard to be with them in an ashram, you know. And so her question to you is again what's favorable to them, and what should do the parent? Could you please tell her your exam maybe example?
I think that you mean that sometimes children require some different kinds of activities than what the adults are doing in the ashram. Is that what you mean?
I think so.
No,
Ты,
but-
Нирупама, ты имеешь в виду, что иногда дети должны делать то же самое, что делают родители, ну, то есть, что делают взрослые в ашраме, или более
Меня
конкретно?
интересует
Скажи, пожалуйста.
конкретно, как воспитать из детей хороших, преданных, чтобы не навредить детям, не, как бы, с любовью, чтобы это было гармонично и с любовью.
So Srilekha, do you hear me well? Sorry.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So her question is how to grow a nice children like Sudarshan, like like Rakishori and all them, like all the team there in Salt Lake City, and how not to harm them actually, and how to encourage them to be a good devotee.
I think Jai Shishi Guru Chandraju Ki Jai, Jai Gurudev. It's just, I mean, children have their particular necessity that's a little bit different from an adult. And they require, it's not so rigid. It's not so rigid of a life. Whatever is required, we can do it. There's no problem for advancement in Krishna consciousness. The main thing, the main requirement for all of us is to understand that Krishna is the sweetest, he's the dear friend of everyone. And if, sorry.
Срилека Давидаси говорит, что на самом деле дети, они требуют, ну, то есть более особого подхода, и то есть иногда как бы то, что делают взрослые, для них иногда не совсем подходит. Но самое главное, что дети должны понять, это что Шри Кришна, он самый сладостный, самый дорогой друг для всех нас.
Oh, I have a translation very good. Вриндаван, спасибо, можешь не переводить, потому что нужен перевод на итальянский. Спасибо большое.
Окей, супер.
Ok, grazie Vrindavan Chandra. Okay, so oh, sorry, Srilekha Didi. We're using Google Instant Translation, and it's working.
With some Italian.
We do a summary, no?
Okay, yes.
So you can, yes, go ahead.
Just
No
continue,
need for,
just
yes,
continue.
yes, thank you.
So what is interesting to us, we hear so many pastimes. Here we have many children, and on Sundays, I get to be with them. I spend most of my time with the children and giving them some nourishment, everything in the line of Mahaprabhu. So all of the stories, but everyone likes stories. And stories are a very gentle medium for philosophy. So we're telling stories, but with a deep understanding that's been given to us by Srila Guru Maharaj. We shouldn't think they're not capable of understanding. They really are capable. And just to understand to give them some way to look at the whole of life from a very high place. In other words, we may be doing many things in our lives. We don't know what we will do. Maybe we will have to have a family and do some job or anything. But what is the real satisfaction that can come to our heart? They can understand this, that the satisfaction is coming from love. And then we will understand what is love. Love means that everything I'm doing, I understand that I am existing for the Supreme Lord. That's why I exist. And whatever I do, maybe I'm playing with my friends, or maybe I'm building something with some toys, or maybe I'm reading or studying. And through my whole life, I'm with my friend. He's always there with me. And I want to remember that I'm for him. I exist for him, and everything else exists for him. And all of the time we will remember this, even when there are sad things that happen or difficult things that happen, that everything is existing for the sweetness of my friend. And that love means that I exist to give happiness to my friend. And he is giving happiness to me more than I can even imagine. So it's the same for the children as it is for us. We are always trying to remember this. I am for you. And all of these things, everything around me is all for you. This way, our spiritual eyes will open. That in this constant nourishment has to be there. Not so many strict things. Oh, you do this and do this and do this. Doing is not the issue. It's who am I doing it for? Not so much strict things, but the heart has to become soft. And that is our necessity. Devotion. I hope that answer is not very good, I think, but you know, I was just talking to Srilekha Didi. We were talking about one verse from the Bhagavatam. It is the conclusion of all the scriptures. This one verse, Sutta Goswami is speaking to all the great sages of the universe. The sages, the rishis, the yogis, those people whose mouth, when they speak, it becomes a scripture. And they don't know, they can't come to a conclusion among themselves. So they're asking Sutta Goswami, what is the necessity for everyone? And he says, Savai Punshang Paro Dharmo, Yato Bhakti Adhoksa Jay, Ahoy Tuki Apratiyata, Yayatma Supersedity. So supersedity means satisfaction. And it is our necessity that that thing which will give satisfaction to me is that thing which will more and more take everything out of my heart that is not devotion to Krishna. So this is just the same necessity for everyone. And if we analyze every living being in every situation in the whole universe, it will be the same verse for everybody. So our journey, and there will be things that happen to our children, many things. Sometimes they're very unhappy. Sometimes they're happy. Sometimes they're excited, just like the rest of us. Sometimes disappointed. Sometimes afraid. But everything that comes, we will see it is something, it is the way of the Lord embracing me and taking away something in my heart that is keeping me from him.
Srilekha, sorry.
The whole...
It's very nice. We wanna translate a little bit in Italian. But
Oh,
don't lose the flow. Don't lose the flow. We have to summarize a little bit. Allora, appunto, Nirupa ha chiesto a Srilekha, non a caso, come fare a armonizzare la vita dell'ashram per i bimbi, i figli dei devoti. Perché adesso appunto lei ha i suoi figli nell'ashram E Srilekha è stata appunto una di quelle madri che ha cresciuto i figli nell'ashram, Sudarshan Prabhu, Jayashri e Kishori. Poi a loro volta loro hanno avuto i figli e anche loro sono cresciuti nell'ashram. E quindi, ma poi anche a Londra lei si occupava di tutti i bambini dei devoti, quindi veramente molta esperienza in questo campo. E la sua conclusione è che appunto i bambini e gli adulti, sì, i bambini hanno delle esigenze un po' diverse, ma tutto sommato le caratteristiche di ogni essere vivente sono comuni. Bisogna, non c'è una regola precisa, però non si tratta tanto di applicare tanti regolamenti con i bambini. Questo si fa, questo non si fa, sì, un minimo naturalmente ci vuole, però più che altro bisogna trasmettergli con affetto quello che è l'essenza della coscienza di Krishna, cioè che tutto quanto esiste per la soddisfazione di Krishna, compreso noi, la nostra stessa esistenza. Quindi, quindi tutti cercano l'amore e l'affetto, e è solo questo che ci può dare vera soddisfazione. Ma cosa significa avere amore e affetto per Krishna? Siccome noi siamo fatti per lui, per la sua soddisfazione, bisogna sempre pensare a questo, e che lui è amico di tutti, e che ogni cosa che succede in fondo è favorevole, e che ogni cosa che facciamo, anche quando giochiamo, quando svolgiamo le varie attività, deve essere sempre per la soddisfazione di Krishna. Così da questo una grande soddisfazione anche nascerà nel cuore dei bimbi, come di tutti. E poi cos'altro?
La nostra soddisfazione, tutto ciò che è estraneo o in opposizione alla coscienza di Krishna va eliminato. Sviluppare questa visione che Krishna è sempre con noi, il nostro amico, dietro ogni cosa, ogni cosa che accade.
Okay, very nice. We all want to be children in the temple with Srilekha as teacher.
Me too. Come on. I want to be a child in the temple.
E poi diceva anche che per insegnare ai bambini è sempre utile appunto il medium delle storie, che sempre portano tanta filosofia anche, però appunto sempre nel retroscena ci deve essere questo insegnamento.
Sì, e non pensare mai che i bambini non capiscono. I bambini capiscono anche concetti molto filosofici, però vanno spiegati in maniera che loro si possano connettere, appunto attraverso le storie. Dice che è molto efficace Srilekha. Ok, Srilekha Didi, sorry, please continue with your flow.
What was I saying? So this is it's actually a very gentle thing. Being a devotee doesn't mean that we suddenly have no sympathy, we become like a stone. But actually, spiritual life is not so easy. It's not easy to fight the ego. Really very difficult. So when someone is having some difficulty, like we'll say our children, it's not that we can't understand that. It's very difficult to fight the ego. It's been there with us for a long time. And to go from being dishonest and always trying to adjust everything so that I can exploit without any difficulty. This is what we do. To actually not exploiting at all. To always be in a mood of surrender. This is not an easy road to walk. So we can be gentle and sympathetic. But at the same time, we are not going to deviate from truth. That actually all of our joy that we are looking for is coming from the fact that we can devote ourselves. joy and devotion are the same word. And joy without devotion is impossible. So it's just gradually, you know, Srila Guru Maharaj gives a beautiful, should I stop for a second?
No, go on, please.
So Srila Guru Maharaj gives a really beautiful example about this. He said that when someone is riding a horse, maybe the horse wants to go this way, but we want the horse to go this way. So we will let the horse go this way a little bit, then bring him over, and then let him go this way. And gradually, he will go the way we like. So our practicing life is a little bit like that. If it's too strict, without this gradual understanding, then it becomes like too much of a fight. But if we understand where we're going and how high it is and how great it is, we will become patient. A little patient is very, very important. Not to be that you have to look like this thing, you have to do this thing, but what is underneath is far more important. Srila Guru Maharaj said that even devotional practicing activities can be unfavorable. Surrender is the real devotional flow. That I have been independent. I'm thinking I'm an independent person. That I'm doing this. I'm doing the arti. I'm bowing down. I'm giving some class, or I'm cooking something. And this is good. It is good for us to practice that. But it is with the view that I want to be the medium of the Lord, and He is doing something through me, and I'm giving up my independence. This is a very, very high and beautiful practice. So this is our, when we notice, oh, I'm so independent, I'm thinking I'm doing this, I'm so good, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. This is not actually right. But it's okay, it's our practice. But eventually we want to give up all feeling that I'm independent from you. I want you to work through me. May I be an instrument. And then my own activities will be astonishing to me. So this is our real understanding of what it is to live in the temple. We are trying to go from this feeling that I'm the doer to feeling that I am being utilized by a higher force. And everything that resists that in me, that comes that I don't want this, then I'm bowing down to the Lord. You please, this is good. Some struggle is coming to me now. This is your arrangement. Please engage me and purify me. So we are trying to practice surrender to such a degree that Srila Guru Maharaj says that the whole environment, everything, everywhere, we will feel reverence towards that. He said, you must pray in all directions to please purify me and engage me in the service of the Lord. We are trying to open our real eyes to see truth. What is this world? Is it bad? It's not bad. I'm bad. And therefore, I cannot see the sweetness of this existence. And that process is Sharanagati. To see the Lord, to open our spiritual eyes and see how he is coming to purify me. This is real practice, and this is what we need to do. This is what our temples are for. It is to grow this understanding. I think I'm speaking too long, no?
Today we are speechless. We are really wrapped by your word. We can see you got the association of the Trinity of Gurus. And we try to summarize a little bit. Allora Srilekha dice che la vita nel tempio non deve essere vissuta meccanicamente, esteriormente, forzandosi a fare una serie di pratiche, ma ci vuole sempre, il cuore deve essere coinvolto. Che la vita spirituale non è facile perché abbiamo a che fare con il nostro ego, dobbiamo distruggere il nostro ego, ma il nostro ego è molto forte se è con noi da tantissimo tempo e cerca sempre di stabilire che noi siamo persone indipendenti, quando invece la realtà è che dobbiamo sempre percepire noi stessi come degli strumenti, dei medium per realizzare quello che è il desiderio di Krishna. E quindi piano piano arrivare alla resa totale, vedere come tutto l'ambiente è favorevole, ogni onda è favorevole e quello che va corretto siamo noi stessi, la nostra visione, e percepire la presenza del Signore dappertutto. E piano piano appunto capire quanta gioia ci può essere nella resa, nella arrendersi totalmente a Krishna e agire in questo modo. Cos'altro? Yeah, in brief this. Okay, Srilekha, please go.
Earlier, Srilekha also said, joy and surrender are one and the same thing. Is that correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, Maharaj.
Joy and?
Devotion. But that's the same thing. Devotion and surrender are also the same word.
So
Without
Srilekha, then Srilekha, one question. What is surrender in 5 words?
In 5 words.
You defined it. It's about smiling.
Oh, Gurudev used to say that. He said, just smile and say yes.
There we are. Just smile and say yes. Okay.
Not easy. This is not easy.
Maharaj ha chiesto a Srilekha di definire la resa con 5 parole. Guru Maharaj diceva Govinda Maharaj, Gurudeva. Come si dice? Cioè, semplicemente solo sorridi e di sempre di sì.
It's not easy. It's not easy for us, but we must do this. Otherwise, another life gone by for what? We have to be able to pull back and see a very big picture. Srila Guru Maharaj said that you may come into a place and a mother is giving big chastisement to her child. And you think, oh, so cruel, very cruel, look at this. And another person may say, oh no, she should give more chastisement. But if we can begin to see our life as in terms of a very big picture, like when you go up in a jet and you're flying over Milano, it looks like this small. So we have to look at the experiences of our life, it may seem that such a big punishment is coming to me. But actually, it is all like rescuing me. The mother is rescuing the child from a future which is going to be very bad for him. She's actually coming as his friend. But I can tell a story. I don't know if I told this before, but once in India, actually we were traveling on a bus to, I think, Kathmandu, or yeah, maybe it was Kathmandu, and it was nighttime. So the bus, there was some trouble on the road and the bus stopped and we got out. And I was thinking I can escape from everyone for a minute to do something I had to do. And somebody grabbed me by the back of my neck, very roughly. And I was shocked. But actually, I was about to step over the cliff. Wow. So was he being rough with me? Should I call the police? So the Lord is rescuing us, but we are so habituated to a certain prejudice in our mind of how things should be that we resist this. But we have to stop doing that and become Krishna conscious. That he is the supreme doer. Nothing is happening that he doesn't want to happen, ever, to anyone, anywhere. The grass groomer said, if the grass is going this way or this way, is of infinite significance. Can we understand that? Because it is connected with divine will. And we need to connect with divine will. We have a choice. We can do that or not. But the option to not accept this means illusion, because that's not true. It's not true that he's not in control of everything. So if we want to see that way, that's called illusion. Maya is not a place or a thing. Guru Maharaj said Maya is an almost non-existing thing. What is existing is Swarup Shakti. And Maya is a misunderstanding about that. That's all. We are simply not seeing that everything is for him. Even my discomfort has come by his loving hand. And if I can remember that, the lesson is very quick. The lesson that he came to teach is very fast. But it's not easy. That's why devotees need each other. We need to be able to help each other to remember these things. Because, you know, when that wave comes and we're tumbling around in the ocean, we don't know which way is up and which way is down. We need a little help from our friends. So this is the same with the children. Sometimes something happens that is very, very difficult for them. And we can remind them, you know, give some story that though something may seem very rough, it may be, for example, a doctor, he may give some medicine that is very bad tasting, or a surgeon may have to even cut our body. But is he our friend or is he our enemy? We have to see that behind all existence is my friend. And my joy in life is to connect with him.
Ok,
So,
in breve, sorry Didi.
No.
per i devoti italiani che magari non sono riusciti a seguire completamente il discorso di Srilekha, sempre sta parlando dell'educazione dei bambini, però in realtà va benissimo anche per gli adulti. Bisogna sempre cercare di vedere come tutto, perché i bambini anche attraversano momenti di felicità, momenti di tristezza, momenti di paura, come tutti noi, no? Allora però bisogna sempre insegnarli a loro e a noi stessi anche, che tutto l'ambiente in realtà è favorevole, nel senso che Krishna ha il controllo di ogni cosa e Krishna è amico di tutti. E quello che a volte può sembrare un evento sfavorevole a noi, e Srilekha ha fatto l'esempio di una volta che stava viaggiando verso Kathmandu in un pullman di notte, e il pullman si è fermato per strada, c'era un intoppo sulla strada, e lei si è allontanata un attimo dal pullman di notte per rispondere ai richiami della natura, e si è sentita afferrare in maniera molto rude e violenta al collo, e qualcuno che l'ha trascinata via. E stava per urlare, chiamare la polizia, ma in realtà quella persona l'ha salvata perché lei stava scavalcando il guardrail andando a fare la pipì in un burrone, sostanzialmente. E quindi quella persona era contro di lei o era a favore di lei? Magari al momento sembrava che l'avesse trattata con rudezza, però in realtà l'ha fatto per il suo bene. E così tutto l'ambiente è come un genitore amorevole per noi. A volte l'energia illusoria ci fa soffrire, ci castiga, però lo fa per la nostra correzione in una prospettiva più alta. Per esempio, quando andiamo in aereo e vediamo Milano è solo un piccolo puntino nel paesaggio, no? Per cui quello che ci sembra a volte catastrofi nella nostra vita, eventi enormi, in una prospettiva più universale, sono piccoli eventi e sono tutti favorevoli al nostro progresso, perché appunto Krishna è al controllo di ogni cosa. E dobbiamo aggiustare la nostra visione, perché quello che noi vediamo, l'ambiente illusorio, è praticamente un qualcosa che non esiste quasi, diceva Guru Maharaj. Esiste la Svarupa Shakti, cioè esiste la forma spirituale delle cose, ma l'energia illusoria è solo l'ombra, è un riflesso, un'ombra di quell'energia, quindi non ha una sua esistenza indipendente. Ed è un'energia di Krishna, quindi è lì per correggerci. Is this a half Shamamoyin? Jai.
Good to see you guys. Yeah.
You're in Sweet Lake. Nice to see you in Sweet Lake.
What was that?
Totally. Oh, no.
It's nice to see you in Sweet Lake City.
Oh yeah, it's lovely to be here.
And Shama Mohini has such a big heart.
Mm.
No, really, everyone she meets, she wants to share and bring some goodness into their life. She's really very generous by nature, like her mama.
Vero? Possiamo confermare che Shama Mohini ha un grande cuore, perché lei chiunque incontra vuole dare un grande dono, dargli qualcosina della coscienza di Krishna per il loro beneficio. È molto generosa, così come lo è la sua mamma. Infatti,
E anche il suo papà.
E anche il suo papà.
And Papa.
Shama Mohini and Braja Mohini is the mom. She's a great preacher, so is the daughter.
Thank you.
So anyway, I guess one time, and also our children will teach us many things. So we also are listening a little bit because, yeah, and they're our best friends, and you know, we don't want to we don't want to cheat our friends. You know, just feeling, oh, this is my child, or this is my, you know, family, or this and that. But that's a kind of cheating. I was thinking about this morning, because sometimes some disaster will come even to a child, and we really, this is very hard for the parents. But we have to realize that who is my best friend is also their best friend. And also try to help them to remember this also, not in a harsh way. Actually, reality is not harsh, very gentle. Dayal nitai. Kingva dayalu sharanam brajema. That I've been thinking about this verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And the verse is originally from the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, but we all know this story that Mukunda is an eternal Parshad of Mahaprabhu, and he is a very beautiful singer. And he went to Sri Gadadhar Pandit and said, do you want to meet a Vaishnava? And of course, Sri Gadadhar Pandit said, yes, take me. So we know this story, but I'll just tell it very quickly. Then Mukunda brought Sri Gadadhar Pandit to the home of Pundarik Vidyanidhi, who was extremely wealthy. And he's sitting on a couch, you know, beautiful, you know, silk couch with jewels on it. And he's covered with jewelry, and he's got his hair is all, you know, curling and full of fragrant oils. And he's being fanned on both sides, and big pots of expensive, you know, fragrant oils are everywhere. And he's smoking a hookah, smoking a pipe, a water pipe, and lying. And when Gadadhar Pandit saw him, he was, whoa, why did Mukunda bring me here? I don't know, I don't understand. And so Mukunda, feeling and understanding the feelings of Gadadhar Pandit, he recited a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. And it's such a beautiful verse. I took me about 100 years to memorize it, but I finally did. But it's, you know, aho bakiyang kala stanakala kutam jagang shayapaya yad asvasadvi lebe gatim dat yuchitang tatonyang kangva dayalung kangva sharanam dayalung sharanam brajema. So what this verse is saying is that Baki, that demoness, that witch, Putana, came to showing that she was going to give nourishment to this baby Krishna, but she had smeared her breast with deadly poison, enough poison to kill 10,000 elephants. But Krishna gave her, he took away her life, but he gave her an eternal position that is suitable for the nurse, the lady who gives milk to the child. And the last line is Kangva Dayalung Sharanam Brajema. What more gentle person will I take shelter of? And when Pundarik Vidyanidhi heard this verse, he went mad. He's tearing off his jewelry and tearing his clothes and knocking over these big jugs of oil and knocking over the hookah and falling on the ground and crying for hours. Kangva Dayalung Sharanam Brajema. How gentle is he? So Srila Guru Maharaj said, he's quoting Milton, saying that peace hath her victories, not more renowned than war, not less renowned than war. So peace, Trinada pisani chena torori vasahisnuna amanina manadena, very difficult to practice this. But it is the peace formula. That gentleness, Mahaprabhu came in the mood of gentleness to easily bring us up. And so we don't have to be very harsh. And Gurudev used to always say, my religion is finding fault with myself. And when we are trying to practice surrender, when I remember, then finding fault with myself becomes you just do because it's very difficult. So we will also understand it is difficult for everyone, and try to also see the big picture, which is also difficult for us to do. But this is our practicing life together as a group, remembering the gentleness of mercy and trying to surrender. And the more we try to see everything in relation to the supreme, unstoppable wave of divine will, and trying to serve that flow of reality ourselves, the more we are finding that there is sweetness behind everything. And we can give this message to everyone. That reality is beautiful and sweet. And this message will appeal to the heart of others. And we know how difficult it is. We know how difficult it is to surrender when things are going exactly the way I don't want them to go. But that prejudice is what is giving us pain, not the circumstance. So anyway, I probably said the same thing 10 times, but it is our practicing life, and it is wonderful, and it is truthful. And no matter how hard we look at it, we will not find that it is not more and more obvious to be supremely perfect.
Mi dispiace per chi non comprende bene l'inglese, perché il flow di Srilekha è bellissimo, però ha introdotto un altro tema raccontando la storia di Pundarika Vidyanidhi e Gadadhar Pandit che viene portato da Mukunda. Mukunda gli dice: vuoi venire a vedere un vero Vaishnava? E Gadadhar Pandit: certo, voglio venire. E quando si trova davanti un ricco signorotto tutto imbellettato, ingioiellato, seduto su un divano di sete pregiate, che stava fumando la hookah, la pipa ad acqua, e sembrava proprio un materialista. Allora Mukunda capisce l'incredulità di Gadadhar Pandit, che dice: questo qua non credo proprio che sia un Vaishnava, pensava dentro di sé. E allora, per fargli capire chi aveva davanti, recita questo shloka bellissimo che dice, appunto, racconta di come Krishna, quando Putana va per ucciderlo, mettendo del veleno sul suo seno, porgendogli il seno come se fosse una nutrice, ma con l'intenzione di ucciderlo. A quel punto sì, Krishna gli succhia l'aria vitale, tutta la vita dal seno, quindi la uccide esternamente, ma in realtà in quel modo gli dà la posizione di nutrice, una posizione di eterna madre. E quindi come possiamo misurare la gentilezza di Krishna, che perfino una demonessa che vuole ucciderlo gli dà così tanta misericordia da dargli quel tipo di posizione e tutta l'estasi che ne può conseguire. Quindi che può essere per tutti gli altri esseri viventi che non tentano di uccidere Krishna. Quanta misericordia può e quanto favore possono ricevere da Krishna. E appunto quando Pundarika Vidyanidhi sente questo verso, comincia a gettare via la pipa, tutti quanti i suoi ornamenti e si rotola, si strappa i vestiti di dosso per l'estasi, per il piacere di sentire questa descrizione di Krishna. E quindi da qui poi si è ricollegata per far capire la natura di Krishna, quanto è favorevole con tutti, indipendentemente dalle cause esteriormente possano sembrare aspre, sfavorevoli. E quando appunto le cose si mettono apparentemente molto sfavorevoli, proprio all'opposto di come vorremmo che andassero, è proprio lì il test più difficile di vedere anche dietro a questo il sorriso di Krishna.
Anyway, I'm looking at all of you, and I know you're all dedication is just your nature, and you're always so dedicated. It isn't like flowing always in your heart. I'm way in the back, trying to understand, to get the slightest entrance into that kind of.
If you wanted to make us laugh, you were successful, Srilekha. Everybody's laughing.
Yes.
True vibe.
No, I'm so serious because
we know a true Vaishnava.
No, but I mean, really, because but we know what we have to do, and that's the main thing, that we're living together as a group and trying to practice this most beautiful thing, which is so perfect and beautiful. Devotion is so perfect a thing. And even it's hard to find it in the scriptures. So shame on us. But it is what is Mahaprabhu wants us to live in this life, and he's not going to give up on us. He will keep trying to change our course. We're the horse that keeps wanting to go the other way, or I am at least, and he's gently bringing us back and then letting us go and then bringing us back, very gently turning the horse toward our real existence. And we have many coverings over our conception, but he will remove every single one of them. And it may feel like surgery, but once each thing is removed by him, it is as if it never existed. It has no actual substance. All the things that we're so attached to, that we think is reality the horrible, is reality the nonsense. Each layer of those things will simply bring us closer to each layer being removed by the environment. The environment is not a non-person. This environment is so affectionate. It's like we are a child surrounded by the most attentive, magnanimous guardians. The whole environment is completely conscious and completely transcendental and magnanimous. This environment, we need to come to the plane of soul. And that is through surrender. We're singing it every day. What did Mahaprabhu come for? Shikai Sharanagati Bhakatera Prana. What is the prana of the bhakta? Surrender. It is our life. It is life. That what is coming to me is coming by the hand of the most affectionate, divine, unassailable guardian. And we'll kick and scream, and sometimes we'll just go, nope, I'm not having that. Okay, let you go the little way by yourself. And then again, the same thing will come again, try to get us to go the other way. So we'll just keep at it and pray and try to do everything for him. I have to tell you, I have had one wonderful time. I wanted to say, I was walking in the mountains here. We live in Salt Lake City, it's full of mountains. So I was walking next to a river and thinking, oh, this is so beautiful. But always when I feel something is beautiful, I feel some stress in my heart. Why? Because I can't taste it. This has been something in my whole life that I feel estranged from it. So it makes me feel uncomfortable. And then I remembered Gurudev's, and I was thinking, my Lord, this is all for you. It exists for you. This river exists for you. These trees exist for you. And I felt, I'm just sharing this with my friends. Just a little jiva, just so conditioned. But for a moment that I can never forget, the entire atmosphere changed. The whole thing changed to feeling estranged from just something I'm looking at, to a feeling of being embraced by a wonderful atmosphere. So it's all we have to do. We need to change our angle of vision. And we need to practice this all the time. Whether we like the situation or we don't like the situation, it exists for him. The situation that is coming to disturb my prejudice, that exists for him. I exist for him. It is all wonderful, more wonderful, and made of a higher substance than I'm made of. The whole environment is made of a higher thing than what I am made of. We can feel so much at home, so much protected, surrounded by guardians. That's really our practice. It's very gentle. Easier said than done, but we have to do this.
Wonderful, Didi. Beautiful is the theme. You always bring out this theme, but with different angle of vision, different word, and it's very important for us all to consider the environment like this. It's true theism and Krishna consciousness. Quindi Srilekha in ultimo raccontava come appunto stava facendo una passeggiata tra le montagne di Salt Lake e lì è molto bello, ma ogni volta che si trova in un posto bello, un bel paesaggio, incontra delle cose belle, in realtà invece di sentire il pieno piacere per tutta la vita sentiva una specie di stress, un sconforto, perché appunto tutta questa bellezza non riesce a abbracciarla, non riesce a gustarla. E solo quando, come per esempio durante quella passeggiata, ha avuto una specie di intuizione di come tutto è inteso per la soddisfazione di Krishna, tutto l'ambiente in realtà è trascendentale, ogni cosa, il fiume, le montagne erano tutte lì per soddisfare Krishna, e quindi ha sentito come tutto l'ambiente veramente in quel momento l'ha sentito come favorevole, come se la abbracciasse anche lei. E così, no? Un momento che non dimenticherà mai, e come l'ha raccontato neanche noi lo dimenticheremo, una specie di epifania bellissima. Ok, Maharaj, what do you want to do?
I'm all ears. I'm the hidden audience. I have Saber as the cameraman. I have Saber as the cameraman. I'm only ears today, happily. I'm invisible.
There we go.
Dandavat.
Beautiful darshan of the Vaishnava.
Well, I'm the disembodied voice from the sky. Just see.
Okay.
Anyway, very happily with yourself, Shyama Mohini Devi Dasi, and your another one of your daughters, Indulekha Devi Dasi. And there we are. So I'm a lizard on the wall. I'm not a participant in the contribution side. I'm a participant in the hearing side today.
Maharaj, we actually ran out the time, but if we wanna stay with Srilekha a little bit more, maybe someone has another question, she can answer briefly. Se qualcuna vuole approfittare ancora 5 minuti per fare una domanda a Srilekha, velocemente. Infatti. Allora facciamo così, se avete una domanda alla Srilekha, scrivetegliela. Esatto. Perché ormai il nostro tempo è scaduto, dobbiamo passare ad altre attività dell'ashram. So Maharaj, I think we have to conclude here because we have many things to do. Tomorrow is a big day of service. So, Sweet Lake is more sweet every day, more sweet.
That's because we got to have your darshan today.
Mahaprabhu is
I can't tell you how happy I am to see all of you. It's like home sweet home. What?
That you should be with us every Wednesday.
Yeah, I should.
Why? Yeah. Why not?
I know. So now I know. Wednesday at 10:30, that you all get together, and I can come also.
You can always come. This is always the same link.
Oh, is it? Oh, good. Okay, that's permanent then.
Yes, open invitation, Srilekha. Door are open always.
It's so exciting. Hare Krishna.
Conclude, probably we'll sing here Hari Harai Nama Krishna, And we can end here probably with the Jai. So we can say Jai Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rapa Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupanuga Guru Bhaga Ki Jai. Jai Saprika Shri Guru Gaura Chandra Ju Ki Jai. And Jai here Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundar Ju Ki Jai, and Shri Giriraj Balagopal Ju Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Brinda Ki Jai, and all the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Srilekha Devi Rasi Ki Jai. Sweet Lake City Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. All the many assembled devotees on the Zoom all around the world Ki Jai. And Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Ranjan Madhusudhan Maharaj Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Time to sing.
A great influence, whether he's on the wall or not.
Kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Dandavat tuti devotee.